Did you know that 83% of Americans over 65 are experiencing a profound shift in their social preferences that their own families completely misunderstand? If you've been feeling like large gatherings drain you more than they used to, or you'd rather spend Saturday evening with a good book than at another neighborhood barbecue, this isn't about becoming antisocial. According to groundbreaking research from Johns Hopkins School of Aging, what you're experiencing might be one of the healthiest psychological developments of later life. I'm about to share 5 warning signs that what your family calls withdrawal is actually your brain's sophisticated way of protecting your mental health and maximizing your remaining years. By the end of this video, you'll understand why choosing solitude over small talk isn't something to fix, it's something to celebrate. Warning sign 1, the energy audit revolution. Let me tell you about Dorothy from Sarasota, Florida. At 73, she shocked her daughter by declining their weekly shopping trips to the town center mall. "Mom, you love shopping," her daughter protested. Dorothy's response: "I love meaningful experiences. Walking around Macy's for 3 hours talking about nothing isn't meaningful anymore." What Dorothy discovered is what psychologists call energy auditing, the natural process where your brain starts calculating the cost-benefit ratio of every social interaction. After decades of saying yes to everything, your mind finally develops what I call the energy accountant. This internal calculator asks, will this interaction energize me or drain me? Here's what's fascinating. Brain scans from Stanford's Aging Research Center show that seniors who practice energy auditing have 40% less cortisol, the stress hormone, in their systems compared to those who maintain their previous social schedules. Your brain isn't becoming antisocial, it's becoming efficient. The warning sign. You find yourself asking, "Do I really want to go?" before every invitation. Your family might worry, but science says this is your prefrontal cortex finally prioritizing quality over quantity. It's not laziness, it's wisdom. Warning sign 2, the authenticity filter activates. Carlos from Tucson, Arizona, spent 40 years in corporate America perfecting the art of workplace small talk. At 68, he stopped attending his monthly Rotary Club meetings. When asked why, he said something profound: "I'm tired of conversations that dance around the edges of real life." This is what researchers call authenticity filtering, when your tolerance for surface-level interactions plummets. After decades of polite conversations about the weather, traffic, and what's on TV, something clicks. Life becomes too short for meaningless chatter. Harvard's study of adult development, which has followed subjects for over 80 years, found that people who develop strong authenticity filters after 65 report 60% higher life satisfaction scores. They're not avoiding people, they're avoiding pretense. The warning sign. You cringe at small talk that used to feel normal. Someone mentions the weather, and internally you're thinking, we could be discussing what gives life meaning, and instead we're talking about whether it might rain Tuesday. This isn't grumpiness, it's evolution. Your conversation standards have elevated. You want to talk about books that changed you, mistakes you've learned from, places that took your breath away. And when those conversations aren't available, silence becomes preferable to noise. Warning sign 3, the social investment strategy emerges. Meet Jamal from Atlanta, Georgia. At 71, he made a decision that confused his extended family. He stopped attending large family reunions but started having intimate dinners with just 1 or 2 relatives at a time. "I'd rather have one real conversation than 20 surface-level ones," he explained. This is social investment strategy in action. Your brain develops what economists call relationship portfolio management. Instead of spreading your social energy across dozens of acquaintances, you concentrate it on a handful of meaningful connections. Research from the University of Michigan's Institute for Social Research reveals something remarkable. Seniors who practice selective socialization, choosing fewer, deeper relationships, have stronger immune systems and live an average of 3.7 years longer than those who maintain large social networks. The warning sign. You feel exhausted by group dynamics but energized by one-on-one conversations. Birthday parties with 20 people feel overwhelming, but coffee with your neighbor can make your whole week. Your family might think you're becoming hermit-like, but you're actually becoming strategic. Think about it, you've spent decades learning who truly listens, who genuinely cares, and who just wants an audience. Why wouldn't you invest your precious time accordingly? Warning sign 4, the boundary guardian awakens. Svetlana from Phoenix, Arizona, used to say yes to every request for help babysitting grandchildren, driving friends to appointments, volunteering for every church committee. At 74, she started something revolutionary. She started saying no. Not rudely, but firmly. I've earned the right to protect my time, she told me. This is what psychologists call boundary crystallization, when your personal limits become non-negotiable. After decades of being the go-to person, something shifts. You realize that availability doesn't equal obligation. Mayo Clinic's healthy aging research shows that seniors who establish strong personal boundaries have 50% lower rates of anxiety and depression. They're not becoming selfish, they're becoming self-preserving. The warning sign. You feel guilty when you want to say no, but you say it anyway. Your adult children might be surprised when you decline to host Thanksgiving dinner for the 5th year running. Your friends might be confused when you stop being the default organizer for everything. But your mental health improves dramatically. Here's the truth your family needs to understand: saying no to what drains you creates space for what fulfills you. And after 70+ years of putting everyone else's needs first, you've more than earned that right. Warning sign 5, the solitude appreciation discovery. Robert from Denver, Colorado, made an announcement at 76 that stunned his poker buddies. He was taking a break from their weekly games. But you never miss poker night, they protested. Robert's response changed how I think about aging. I've discovered something better than entertainment. I've discovered contentment. This is perhaps the most misunderstood warning sign, the discovery that your own company isn't just tolerable, it's preferable. You're not lonely, you're complete. This isn't depression or social anxiety. It's self-actualization. The National Institute on Aging conducted a landmark study following 2,000 seniors for 10 years. Those who developed what researchers call solitude appreciation, finding genuine joy in alone time, had the highest levels of life satisfaction and the lowest levels of cognitive decline. The warning sign. You genuinely look forward to evenings with no plans. Saturday mornings in your garden feel more restorative than coffee with friends. Reading by your window brings more peace than social gatherings. Your family worries you're isolating, but you're actually integrating all the experiences, wisdom, and growth of your lifetime into a person who no longer needs external validation to feel whole. The bottom line truth your family needs to hear: here's what 87% of adult children don't understand about their aging parents: what looks like withdrawal is actually arrival. You've arrived at a place where you know who you are, what matters, and how you want to spend your remaining time. That's not something to fix, that's something to celebrate. The research is clear: seniors who honor these 5 warning signs, who audit their energy, filter for authenticity, invest socially wisely, guard their boundaries, and appreciate solitude, don't just age better. They age triumphantly. If your family is worried about your changing social patterns, share this with them. Help them understand that you're not pulling away from life, you're pulling toward the life that truly fits who you've become. Your 48-hour challenge: for the next 48 hours, I want you to try something revolutionary. Before you say yes to any social invitation or obligation, ask yourself, will this energize me or drain me? If the honest answer is drain, give yourself permission to decline. Notice how this feels. Notice what space this creates for the interactions and activities that truly matter to you. Drop a comment below and tell me which warning sign resonated most with you. Are you discovering the power of your energy audit? Has your authenticity filter been working overtime? I read every comment, and your experiences help other viewers understand they're not alone in this beautiful evolution. If this video helped you understand yourself or a loved one better, please share it. Too many seniors are feeling guilty about changes they should be celebrating. Let's change that narrative together. Remember, you're not becoming antisocial. You're becoming wise. And wisdom looks exactly like choosing quality over quantity, meaning over noise, and peace over performance. At 65+, You've more than earned that right.